Hey guys, today we're going to start talking about aerobic and anaerobic respiration, and our focus question is going to be, how are photosynthesis and cellular respiration related? So first let's talk about who uses cellular respiration. Bacteria, animal cells, plant cells all use cellular respiration, but plant cells also photosynthesize. So what's the difference between photosynthesis and cellular respiration? So if you're to look at the actual two equations, they're essentially the reverse of each other. And I'll show you what that means in just a minute. Cellular respiration is actually just converting stored energy into chemical energy. So if you were to look at this equation from left to right, you would notice that sugar and oxygen, along with energy that's been stored, yield carbon dioxide and water. And this is how respiration occurs. And if you're going to go from right to left, you have water and carbon dioxide with sunlight being converted into energy stored, and that yielding oxygen and sugar. So in other words, for cellular respiration, sugar and oxygen release energy and create carbon dioxide and water. So the reactants are this sugar and this oxygen and the blue on the left, and the products are carbon dioxide and water, which are the products on the right. So there's two different types of cellular respiration. The first one is aerobic, which is when oxygen is present, and the second is anaerobic, which is usually when O2 or oxygen is lacking or absent. So aerobic respiration releases a lot more energy per glucose molecule than anaerobic, and oxygen must be available. Anaerobic is usually a conversion of glucose to lactic acid, plus energy being released at the same time. And it occurs in areas like the roots of plants where there isn't a lot of oxygen, microbial cells, waterlogged plants, or bacteria, and puncture wounds in your skin. Some organisms, like yeast, though, can produce this glucose, which creates this ethanol, which is a type of alcohol, plus carbon dioxide, and then our energy is released. So one way to think about it is that if you're lifting weights, you're using anaerobic respiration. And if you are doing step-ups or running, it could be aerobic respiration. Another way to think about that might be if you're doing sprints, you might be using aerobic, and if you're running a long distance, you might be using anaerobic. That is all for today. Don't forget to move on to your extension work or your worksheet.